Welcome to the world headquarters of the Mass Preacher, broadcasting from somewhere partially underground on this continent. I entitled my teaching, Honest. Romans 12, verse 17. Romans 12, verse 17. Okay, now let's go to the last part of the verse. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. When I was a youth in another state, there was a gentleman who was rising up in the ranks in ministry, and he was invited to be an evangelist to speak at a church, and I had just moved to that state. He had just moved to that state. And he thought that the church he was speaking at was an hour away, but it turned out it was 4 hours away. And this is before the cell phone days and text days and things. And so he drove, and I don't know how fast he drove, but he drove faster than the posted speed limit. And the sad thing about the thing is he lived his life that way too. What I mean by living his life that way, the way he treated people, and just wasn't good. And there's this attitude of being honest, being sincere with everybody. And so when we do things in life, we have to do the best of our ability to be honest. And what prompted me to write this sermon, I'm only going to do a very short version of a complete sermon, because I'm going to wrap this up shortly, is I was visiting a church. And at this church, I noticed something in my spirit, like something is going on here. They're doing something. And then there was some things that happened there, and it still wasn't the full weight of what was going on, but you could see they were going somewhere. Everybody was shocked. Well, why are they doing this? So earlier this year, there was a conference I went to, and they were there. And they told me that they were sponsoring this conference. And so for me, it was fascinating because this was definitely a non-secessionist conference. And in life, in the Christian church life, there are certain things that were fighting words automatically. Secessionism, non-secessionism, are the gifts for today, are they not? Eternal security, there's a number of them that are really triggers to start a fight, an argument. So the fact that the leaders at this church, I don't know if it's all these leaders, they've got to know this conference is definitely, this conference was definitely believing in the gifts. And so it was just strange. And it was like, for me, I'm not saying it was totally wrong in one way. In one way, it's just like, man, they got to let them know. I would have said, look, here it is. We were going to sponsor this conference here, and we're starting to believe in the gifts, and we don't consider ourselves this denomination anymore. And we're moving on with our lives, and instead of just doing things and then making people wonder, why are they doing this or why are they doing that? Well, they're doing that because they're putting themselves in a different camp than when you joined that church a million years ago. And that's a great difficulty because you don't want to lose people. You don't want to hurt people's feeling, and so that part is good. But man, just at the end of the day, I mean, if I get on an airplane and I think I'm going towards LA and they tell me I'm going towards Maine, you know, I don't want to know in the middle of the air. I want to know so I have an option. Hey, you know, I got to get to LA and I got to get a plane arrangement for that. So these things just happen in the church, and we need to be honest with people about what we do. Leaders to the church, church members to the leaders. Well, okay, I'll go do that. I'll take the Sunday school program, or I'll run that men's group, and then you don't do it. So we both sides need to be honest, working together like a marriage where you talk things through and discuss things. So we need to try as much as we can to be honest with other people. Lord, I just pray for everyone listening to this, and just give people a spirit of wisdom, Lord, about how to say things that may be difficult, to be honest, but maybe just to walk away if you can't give an honest answer. I don't know. Some of these situations we come to are difficult, and Lord, we just pray that you give people wisdom on how to say things to people. Signing off somewhere partially on the ground, the Mass Preacher, bid you good night.